Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today, as you can see, my setup has changed a little, and that is because about 1.5 weeks ago I was on a plane to Copenhagen and I finally started my studies at the Danish Technical University, which means I finally moved into my own sort of personal space. It is a dorm on campus and I'm so excited to share it with you guys because it's truly surprising how this place has transformed from being so plain and so sort of white and unorganized to being my personal space, and it sort of has my vibe and my energy in it now, and I already love it so much. So without further talking, let's just get into it. Okay, so starting with the very beginning, this is my entrance door. It is over here and it kind of opens up the way into the apartment, which looks more like a big rectangle. So you have everything and it's sort of like a hallway into my space. And over here, I got a couple of hooks that were built in the apartment, but we also got some hooks from IKEA because I don't think there were enough really, because I need a lot of space for sort of hanging stuff on and placing them, but right now it is just for my bags and my tote bags. And moving on, right after my wardrobe where I store my clothes, there's the kitchen, and like I said, it's a pretty tight space, so everything has to be all together. And it's not that I really like having my clothes by the place that I cook at, however I think it's still a pretty nice setup, and having a kitchen in general in a dorm here, from what I've heard, is insane, and I'm really grateful to be able to actually have a studio instead of an apartment with a shared kitchen. So, but in general, I have an oven and I also have this like induction plate for cooking on a pan. And yeah, in general, I was also given a kettle and a toaster, but we all actually bought our own kettle and I don't really use a toaster yet, so it's hidden away for now. Okay, as you can tell, the kitchen has a bunch of storage, and to be honest, all of these cabinets are probably enough to store all of my sort of kitchen appliances and my food for the week. And I would say in terms of size, this kitchen is like amazing and so big for a student, especially for what people usually offer in sort of dorms. And I just really like it, and I'm so glad that I have my own space to store my things because I'm very, I guess, personal when it comes to cooking. I don't really like to cook with other people, and just having this place to my own is like insane as a student especially. One of my favorite things here so far is my little matcha station, which means I have my matcha bowl and my stuff for the matcha, like the whisk and the little spoon for the matcha, as well as I have my actual matcha in here. And I just really like having that to myself because I'm not a big coffee drinker, or at least in the appliances that I have right now, I don't really like drinking coffee out of like powders and stuff, so matcha is my solution and I just love the taste of it a lot more. Moving on to the other side of the kitchen, there is a door that leads me to my bathroom, and here it is. This bathroom was probably one of the things that transformed the most throughout the process. When I first looked at the pictures of the bathroom, it looked so dull and so like very simple, and I don't know, it just didn't look very clean to me. And now with all of the things that we bought from it, it is such a big difference from the before and after, and I'll definitely show you guys those clips. But the bathroom is pretty small, to be honest. It's not a lot of space. It's perfect for one person, but I guess for two people it wouldn't exactly be amazing. But thank God I live alone, which means that this is perfectly enough for me. And yeah, I put so much effort into actually color scheming everything because that was one of the most important things for me, to make my bathroom look very me and very like organized and that sort of stuff. So all of the stuff you're gonna see in it is gonna be pink and that's the color I chose for my bathroom. There's also some elements that are blue and white, but in general I just decided to keep this very cozy and very sort of, you know, like Pinteresty aesthetic sort of vibes. Out of the things that we bought for the bathroom, there were obviously the towels, and as I said before, my color scheme for this bathroom was pink, which is why all of the towels and the bath mat as well is pink. And that is just because I think if you have everything in a similar color, or at least in a sort of specific curated color scheme, I feel like a space can be transformed so quickly, because if everything was in different colors, it would just look even messier than it did before with just being white. And as well as that, all of the sort of additional furniture storage we bought was also white. As I showed you guys, there's one thing from IKEA which we bought in Copenhagen, and then another thing which I actually brought from Switzerland with me. Moving away from my kitchen and my bathroom sort of stuff, sorry for the lighting by the way, I'm filming against the window, so it's just gonna be a bit weird for now. However, I wanted to comment on this living space. I really wanted to corner it out into like the window and the end of the room because I felt like that would just make the studio look a little bit bigger. And plus, I really wanted to divide the areas of my kitchen and bathroom and the areas where I sleep and work in. So it's gonna make a lot more sense when I'm showing you guys the videos, but basically I turned around the dining / working table in a way where it would act as a barrier between the kitchen and the sort of like living room / bedroom. And especially with a sort of built-in bed, it is so much more cozy than it was before. And I'm going to show you guys the bed linen and the duvets and stuff, but we also bought those ourselves and I think they fit so perfectly into my room. Next to the bed, there is this extremely cozy area where there's a little puff which we bought from a shop in Copenhagen. I think it's a Danish store, but is everywhere around the world, and instead of butchering the name, I'm just gonna put it somewhere on the screen. And as well as that, we also bought a carpet from Jysk, I think, and yeah, it just fits this theme so nicely. And by the way, I think it's time to address the fact that I do have red floors. I've mentioned it in a very like sort of scary mood a couple of times in my videos before. However, I think the red floors actually fit into the space. Obviously, it would fit in perfectly fine if they were another color or sort of wooden, but actually I don't mind them that much anymore because I think they fit in perfectly. And with all of my themes and aesthetics that I went for, they actually, again, like I said, don't look that bad. I think that I bought a lot of for my place is these little boxes, by the way, and I store makeup in this one, but there's also these two over there which I store my chargers in and my perfumes in. And I think it just makes the place look so much better because instead of constant clutter everywhere, which trust me, there would be constant clutter if there was me in the room. So yeah, these boxes at least put them away into different sort of organized areas. And yeah, I also have a mirror, which here it is. Here you guys are. Over, where are you guys? Over there, here. There's also a mirror which we bought from IKEA. It's sort of their standard mirror, and I use it to do my makeup because the lighting in the bathroom is not amazing. So yeah, this is where I spend most of my mornings at. Next to my sort of makeup vanity space, I have this rack which we also bought from somewhere, I'm not sure where, but yeah, we bought this rack because there's not a lot of hanging space in this place. So yeah, we have this, and I just hang the stuff that I wear the most here, which are white t-shirts, shirts, pants, and all that stuff, and maybe stuff that I'm going to wear soon. It is super useful, and I actually don't mind it that much. I thought it was going to be really cluttered, but now that I look at it, it looks perfectly fine. And as well as that, it acts double as storage for my bags and my tote bags, and I do have a lot of those, so I needed the storage for it. And if you're seeing this and you're wondering why it's here, that is because, like I mentioned before, I moved the table around and it was meant to stand under this lamp, but with the rack and with the carpet and all of that stuff, and I just decided that I'm gonna let this lamp hang here. I don't mind it at all. I usually sit on the other side of the table anyways, so it doesn't bump into my head. But yeah, this area is very nice. And by the way, we also bought this thing, which actually doesn't look that bad. Like, it doesn't add any clutter to it, and it doesn't add any clutter to my room. But yeah, whenever I'm gonna do laundry, this is what I'm gonna use. With all of that being said, I think this is it for the video. I'm extremely grateful to be able to share this space with you guys and be able to call it my own. Even though it's small, only about 30 meters squared, I am extremely lucky to have my kitchen and my bathroom because that is a rarity in these dorms. And yeah, I am extremely grateful to finally be able to share all that stuff with you guys. And at least making this space my own has been able to take off my mind of homesickness and missing my parents and my family. So I've been able to enjoy all of my school life and sort of studying and that sort of things. So if you want to see more of that, definitely come back to my channel because more videos are going to be coming out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.